Welcome to episode 3 of our Grid Down Survival series, where we delve into the exciting world of sustainable living without the grid. In this episode, we're going to explore sustainable water sources, renewable energy solutions, food production and storage, waste management, community networking, and share some advanced tips. We hope you find these insights valuable and practical. So, whether you're an off-grid veteran or just starting on your journey, there's something here for everyone. Ready to dive into sustainable living? Then buckle up. Water, the essence of life. Without it, survival is impossible. When living off the grid, securing a sustainable water source is a top priority. We have several methods at our disposal, each with its own benefits and challenges. Let's dive in. First up, rainwater collection. This is one of the simplest and most cost-effective methods of securing a water supply. With a good rainwater collection system, you can harvest a substantial amount of water from rainfall. You just need a catchment area, like the roof of your house, and a storage tank. But remember, rainwater isn't always pure. It can pick up contaminants as it falls through the atmosphere, so you'll need a reliable purification system in place. Next, groundwater wells. If you're lucky enough to have access to groundwater, a well can be an invaluable resource. Drilling a well isn't always easy or cheap, but once it's in place, it can provide a steady supply of water. Just make sure you regularly test the water quality to ensure it's safe to drink. And speaking of purification, it's a must for any off-grid water source. You can use a variety of methods from boiling and distillation through to filtration and chemical treatment. The key is to choose a method that suits your circumstances and ensures your water is free from harmful contaminants. Lastly, conservation. In an off-grid setting, every drop counts. You can conserve water in a variety of ways, from efficient plumbing fixtures to water-wise gardening techniques. And don't forget about reusing gray water. That's the relatively clean wastewater from baths, sinks, and washing machines. With proper treatment, gray water can be safely reused for toilet flushing or irrigation. So there you have it. Rainwater collection, groundwater wells, purification, and conservation. 4 key strategies for securing a sustainable water source when you're living off the grid. Remember, water is life. Secure your source today. Power off the grid? Absolutely possible with renewable energy solutions. Welcome to a world where you're not just a consumer, but a producer of energy. Let's dive into some of the options you have for powering your off-grid lifestyle. Solar panels are a popular choice for many, and for good reason. Imagine harnessing the power of the sun, a clean and abundant energy source. Solar panels convert sunlight directly into electricity, and with the right setup, you can generate enough power for your entire home. But remember, the sun isn't always shining, so storage solutions like battery banks are essential to keep your lights on when the sun goes down. Wind turbines, on the other hand, can produce power day or night, as long as the wind is blowing. These can be a great addition to your energy portfolio, especially in areas where wind is more consistent. Like solar power, wind energy is also stored in battery banks for use when the wind isn't blowing. Micro-hydro systems are another excellent option if you have a reliable water source on your property. They convert the energy of flowing water into electricity. This can be a consistent power source as long as the water flow is steady. Now, while each of these systems can be incredibly effective on their own, it's often best to have a combination of them. This way, when one energy source isn't performing optimally, the others can pick up the slack. And don't forget about having a backup system. A good old-fashioned generator can be a lifesaver during those times when even the best-laid plans go awry. Living off the grid doesn't mean living without power. It means being self-reliant, innovative, and resourceful. It means taking control of your energy needs and using what nature provides. So whether it's the sun, the wind, or the flow of water, renewable energy solutions are here to power your off-grid journey. Harness the power of nature for your energy needs. Food is not just about survival, it's about thriving. To truly embrace sustainable living, we must understand and harness the power of nature to provide for our needs. Let's explore sustainable food production methods that are as good for the earth as they are for our bellies. First up is gardening. This isn't just about planting a few seeds and hoping for the best. It's about understanding the soil, the climate, and the needs of each plant. It's about composting and mulching, about planning and patience. A well-tended garden can provide you with fresh, healthful produce throughout the year. Next, we have permaculture. This is a whole systems approach to agriculture that mimics the patterns and relationships found in nature. It's about creating a self-sustaining ecosystem that not only produces food, but also improves the soil, conserves water, and provides habitat for beneficial insects and wildlife. Livestock raising is another crucial aspect of sustainable food production. Chickens, for instance, provide eggs, meat, and pest control, while their waste contributes to nutrient-rich compost. Goats and cows can offer milk and cheese, while pigs can help till the soil. Remember, it's all about balance and diversity. Crop rotation is a time-tested method to maintain soil fertility and prevent the buildup of pests and diseases. By changing what you plant in a specific area each season, you're not only getting a variety of foods, but also helping your soil stay healthy. Organic pest control is another key element. Instead of reaching for harmful chemicals, consider using natural predators, barriers, and homemade remedies to keep pests at bay. You can also choose pest-resistant varieties and use companion planting to deter harmful insects. Finally, once you've got all this beautiful, nutritious food, you'll need to store it. Traditional methods like canning, fermenting, drying, and root cellaring can help preserve your harvest. These methods not only extend the shelf life of your produce, but also enhance their flavors and nutritional content. In conclusion, sustainable food production isn't just about growing food. It's about creating a harmonious relationship with nature, where we give as much as we take. It's about resilience, self-reliance, and respect for the earth. And remember, the most local food you can get is the food you grow yourself. Your garden, your grocery store. Waste not, want not. A phrase that rings true, especially when we're talking about waste management in a sustainable living environment. There's no room for waste in a world off the grid, but there's plenty of room for resourcefulness. Let's start with composting organic waste. Composting is nature's way of recycling. It's a process that turns vegetable scraps, coffee grounds, eggshells, and yard trimmings into a nutrient-rich soil conditioner. It's an excellent way to reduce the amount of waste that goes into landfills, while providing your garden with the nutrients it needs to thrive. Now, onto a topic that might make some people squirm: managing human waste. In a world without a sewage system, how do we handle this? Enter the composting toilet. This isn't your average potty. A composting toilet uses little to no water and breaks down waste into compost through a natural process of decay. It's a practical solution that's kind to the environment and your garden. But why compost? Well, compost is a gardener's gold. It enriches the soil, helping it retain moisture and suppress plant diseases and pests. It encourages the production of beneficial bacteria and fungi that break down organic matter to create nutrient-dense humus. This rich, nutrient-filled material boosts the nutrient content in your soil, promoting plant growth. Composting also helps to prevent contamination. Composting organic and human waste ensures that these wastes don't end up in our water sources or spread diseases. It's a safe and sanitary way to dispose of waste while giving back to the earth. So you see, waste management isn't just about disposal. It's about turning what we typically see as waste into valuable resources. It's about closing the loop in our consumption and returning what we take back to the earth. It's about transforming our waste into something that can nourish the soil and support life. So let's rethink waste. Let's see it not as a problem, but as a solution. Let's turn our waste into wealth and create a sustainable living environment where nothing is wasted and everything is valued. Turn waste into a resource. No man is an island. This old adage rings especially true when it comes to living sustainably without the grid. While independence and self-reliance are key, they don't mean you have to go it alone. In fact, one of the most valuable resources at your disposal is the community around you. Building relationships with your neighbors and local communities can provide a wealth of shared resources. Perhaps your neighbor has a knack for growing tomatoes. You, on the other hand, might be a whiz at building rainwater collection systems. By pooling your skills and resources, you both stand to gain. But it's not just about tangible resources. Knowledge and experience are some of the most valuable assets one can have in a grid-down scenario. Maybe someone in your community has lived off-grid for years. Their wisdom and insights could save you time, resources, and potential missteps. Others might have a background in healthcare, engineering, or education, all of which can be invaluable in a sustainable off-grid community. Mutual support is another key aspect of community networking. In challenging times, having a network of people to lean on can make all the difference. Whether it's a helping hand in a project, emotional support, or simply knowing you're not in this alone, the value of a strong, supportive community cannot be overstated. Remember, sustainable living without the grid isn't just about surviving, it's about thriving. And thriving often means working together, learning from each other, and supporting one another. This isn't a solitary journey, but a shared adventure. One where each person brings their unique skills, experiences, and resources to the table, enriching the entire community. So, reach out to your neighbors, engage with your local community, share your knowledge, and learn from theirs. You'll find that the journey towards sustainable living becomes not only more manageable, but also more enjoyable when you travel it together. Together, we are stronger. Ready to take the leap? Let's make sure you land safely. When you're looking to live off the grid, the first step is choosing the right location. It's not just about finding a beautiful spot, it's about finding a sustainable one. You'll want to think about climate, soil, and natural resources. Climate plays a significant role in your off-grid lifestyle. If you're in a place with abundant sunshine, solar power becomes a viable, renewable energy source. A windy location might mean wind turbines are your go-to. And if you're near a stream or river, you could consider a micro-hydro system. The climate also impacts your water supply. A region with frequent rainfall is ideal for rainwater collection, while a drier climate might necessitate a well or other water source. Soil quality is another key factor. It affects what you can grow and how well it will grow. Rich, fertile soil is a boon for any off-grid dweller planning to cultivate their own food. You might want to get a soil test done before you commit to a location. Natural resources like wood for fuel, stone for building, or a nearby water source are also considerations. These can significantly reduce your reliance on external supplies and make your off-grid living truly sustainable. However, it's not just about the natural elements. Legal considerations and local regulations are equally important. Land use laws, building codes, and zoning regulations can differ greatly from one place to another. Some regions may have restrictions on off-grid living or require specific permits. It's crucial to do your research and possibly consult with a local expert or lawyer to ensure that your dream of living off the grid won't hit any legal roadblocks. Remember, living off the grid is about more than survival. It's about creating a sustainable, fulfilling lifestyle that aligns with your values and respects the environment. It may seem daunting at first, but with the right preparation and knowledge, it is entirely achievable. Knowledge is your best tool. Use it wisely. So you've got the knowledge. Now it's time to act. Don't just sit on this information. Use it. Implement it. Make a plan. Start taking steps towards living more sustainably, towards being prepared for whatever comes your way. And remember, you're not alone in this journey. We are here to help. Share your thoughts, your questions, your own tips in the comments section. We want to hear from you. We want to learn from you. We want to build a community of prepared, resilient individuals. And of course, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. It helps us keep the lights on and bring more of this valuable content your way. And stay tuned for our next episode, Light and Heat Management. We'll be diving into some crucial strategies for managing light and heat off the grid. Stay prepared, stay resilient. And that wraps up episode 3 of our Grid Down Survival series. Your time and attention are much appreciated. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you found this episode valuable. There's a wealth of information in our previous episodes too, so be sure to check those out. And, of course, stay tuned for our upcoming content. You don't want to miss it. Remember, resilience and resourcefulness are the keys to sustainable living. Until next time, stay prepared. As we close today's episode, let's reflect on the resilience and resourcefulness it takes to live sustainably without the grid. It's not an easy path, but it's one that rewards us with independence, self-reliance, and a deep connection to the natural world. You're not just surviving, you're thriving, and that's the beauty of this journey. And remember, if you find our series useful, please like, comment, and subscribe. Your engagement helps us bring more valuable content to you. See you in the next episode.